Hello guys, and thank you all for helping me get to 15,000 subscribers. I never thought my channel would get this big, and it just keeps growing. So if you want to support the channel, make sure to subscribe, and even check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. And this is the very first Q&A I've done on this channel. I've surprisingly never done one before, and I've gotten all of these responses from YouTube, Discord, and Twitter. And we're gonna go ahead and start with Discord. So let's go ahead and get started. First up, we have a question from Nick, saying, have you ever tried reading/discording upside down? It's fun, by the way. I actually never have tried that before, and maybe I should. I have played Super Mario Bros. Upside down on the Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch, but I've never read Discord upside down, so maybe I should try it. Next up, from Rodrigo, what decided you to make your YouTube channel? Well, I originally made Minecraft content, so I just wanted to make Minecraft videos, and then my main interest, Nintendo, was, better for me to make videos with since I got a capture card and everything, so I just started to make Nintendo videos. Next up, from Clap B, we have, will this be in a video? Yes, this is in the video. Then next up from Vorse, we have, what do you predict for Nintendo's 2021? So, basically, I really hope they come out with the Switch Pro, and hopefully we have Breath of the Wild 2, and I know 3D World plus Bowser's Fury will be pretty good, and Mario Kart 9, hopefully, and I'm not sure. It's very mysterious what will happen in Nintendo's 2021. And next up, another question from Clap B. Do you plan on expanding your horizons and adding new content this year? I actually have a few series planned. Obviously, I'm not going to announce them yet, but they're probably going to be similar to Retro Look. So just stay tuned and see what we have planned for this channel. And next up from Nintendo Universe. What is your address and IP address? No. So next up, we have from Pazoodles, Dry Bones for Smash? Yes, Dry Bones for Smash! Next up from Sua411, will you do an Ocarina of Time retro look? I've actually been planning on doing an Ocarina of Time retro look for a long time, but it won't be for a few months since I have to play through Ocarina of Time again since I haven't played it for a long time. Next up from oobill.oo, what made you love the Paper Mario series so deeply, like the 1,000-Year Door, and do you think other people should try it out? Well, originally when I was a kid, surprisingly, I didn't like Paper Mario. Because I didn't really think I thought it was too confusing back when I was a kid, since it wasn't really for me. I mostly liked platformers and stuff when I was a kid. But this year, or, well, should I say last year in 2020, I played Super Paper Mario again, and I loved it. It's actually one of my favorite Mario games now. And then when Origami King got announced, I played through Origami King, and I thought it was pretty good, but not as good as Super Paper Mario. Then I played through the 1,000-Year Door, and now that's one of my favorite games of all time. And now I overall love the Paper Mario series, especially for Super Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door, and I'm gonna start playing through the original Paper Mario game pretty soon. And next up, do you think Nintendo mobile games are overrated or underrated? I would say for some games, like Mario Kart Tour, that they're underrated, because besides from the, overpriced microtransactions, it's actually a pretty good game. But overrated would kind of be like Super Mario Run, or people are considering it an actual game in the Mario series. So it kind of depends on the game. And next up, from Unknown Spark, other than the Mario RPG, Paper Mario, Zelda, and Xenoblade series, do you play any other RPG games? Yes, I've played a few games in the Pokemon series. I really enjoy the Pokemon series, and I've also played the original Dragon Quest game on the NES. I like that. And overall, I don't really care for traditional RPGs, but I do like more interesting RPGs, like action RPGs and like the Mario RPGs, mostly like Nintendo RPGs is what I'm interested in, like with Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi. Those are Mario, Luigi, Paper Mario, and Pokemon are my three favorite RPG series, just because I'm interested in how Nintendo does their RPGs and everything. I just think it's more interesting than traditional RPGs. And next question is, have you been watching the Super Mario Bros. Super Show? Yes, I have, so I'm not gonna turn into a Goomba. But have you been watching the Super Mario Bros. Super Show?
Telling you, if you're not watching the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, you're gonna turn into a Goomba!
Next up, from CypherJax, if you could pick one Super Mario Maker exclusive item to appear in an official mainline Mario game, what would it be? That's an interesting question. I think, actually, the Shelmet items should be in a mainline Mario game. I mean, they're utilized pretty well in the Mario Maker games, so if you could just, like, pick up a Buzzy Beetle or something like that in certain levels, or equip with a certain power-up, and just put it on, that would be pretty interesting. I know that's not how it works in Mario Maker, but I'd like to see a new mechanic with that and make Buzzy Beetles or Spinies slightly more interesting. Maybe have an exclusive enemy that gives you the power-up or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. And next up, do you like Harold? I don't know what you're referring to, but yes. Next up from Nick, do you plan on opening a P.O. box? I've actually never really thought about that. And if you're referring to like fan mail and stuff like that, maybe. I'll consider it. So next up, we will move on to Twitter. Yanni says, do you like ducks? And what are your thoughts on them? Ducks are pretty amazing, and I approve of them. Next up, Zach Baldwin says, 15,000 is a lot, but I've seen better. Like, can that beat 1 million lions? Well, 1 million is a lot. But do those lions have special powers? I don't think so. And next up he says, how did your toe fetish begin? Well, it all goes back to Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door and Hooktail, and I bet most of you can imply what happens from there. And next up, Ghost Rider says, how many subscribers do you think you will have in 5 years? Well, that depends. I think it will be somewhere between 50,000 and 150,000. I really hope it's more, but that's around the area that I'm thinking. That would be amazing, but what if it could exceed my expectations? And I really hope my channel keeps growing and people keep supporting my content because I'm trying to make it really good. And next up, Too Much Variety says, what do you think the most underrated and overrated game is? For underrated, I would have to say Super Paper Mario. Even though I think the Thousand Year Door is better, I think it's still overshadowed by the Thousand Year Door, and I think it's really good, and there's a lot of things in the game, even with gameplay, that it does right with the Paper Mario series. And the most overrated game would have to be Super Mario Galaxy. Don't get me wrong, it's one of my favorite games of all time, but I don't think it's better than Odyssey. Like, I mean, Galaxy has a lot of flaws that people really don't talk about, like the camera and the controls can be a little weird, and sometimes it can be disorienting. I know, like, I feel like it has, like, a nostalgia factor on it, and for, like, many years, I thought that Galaxy was the best until Odyssey came out, and it did so much better for the Mario series. So, I really think that Galaxy is pretty overrated, even though I love it. Next up, from Finest, he says, what's your opinion on bears? Bears are pretty cool. I approve of bears, but they're not as good as ducks. Ducks are amazing. The next question is from Nintendo Universe. What is your address and IP address? Well, once again, no. Or else. So we're on YouTube now, and Cartfesser asks, why does Prince Charming from Shrek 2 look like a girl or a woman? I'm honestly not sure. I really like Shrek 2, and even the original Shrek, obviously, but I'm not sure. What marching band songs do you play on your tuba? Well, a few years ago I played Afterworld, then the next year I played Weight of the World, and now I'm a junior in high school, and this year, like, the Marching Band Season's a little different, so we're just gonna play a few different songs. So yeah, that's what I've been playing so far. Do you think we'll get Super Mario Party 2, Mario Kart 9, and Odyssey 2? Yes, I actually think we'll get all three on the Switch, but at different times. I think Odyssey 2 will probably come out next year in 2022, because probably 2020 kind of delayed it since the normal schedule of 3D Mario games is like around 4 years, but I think this one will probably be 5 years, so we'll just have to see. Mario Kart 9, I really hope it's this year, but a lot of people are saying it's not going to be on the Switch at all, and I don't agree with that. I mean, they have to make a new one eventually. They can't keep riding on the sales of one game. That's why they make sequels. So the sequel will probably sell as much as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I'm not sure why they wouldn't make it, because the sales are slowing down for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and then this one would probably sell as much or even more than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So it's kind of confusing. And Super Mario Party 2 is probably the most likely out of all of these, because like usually there's at least 2 Mario Party games on each system. So what drumline cadences does your drumline play? You've asked me that on Twitter before, and I'm not sure. And have you seen WALL-E? Yes, and WALL-E is actually my favorite Pixar movie. And I definitely recommend watching it if you haven't already, but chances are you've already seen it. So yeah, WALL-E is amazing. Final question here is, do you love making YouTube videos? Yes. As YouTube as a platform can be kind of weird and confusing sometimes, just making videos for everyone on here is really fun. And like, originally I didn't do this for a job, or, well, I mean, it's just a part-time job for me, but like, I originally made it just to have fun, but I'm still kind of doing that even though I'm making money from it. But I just love making content for people, and it's just really fun to make these videos and write scripts and edit videos. It's just really interesting and one of my interests. So anyways, thank you all for subscribing to my channel if you have already, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. And thank you guys for watching, and goodbye!